Well, today I am at Soul Studios, which is in Matangi, just outside of Hamilton, and I had the pleasure to hang out with Matt today, who is providing an awesome prize for our Hazzy School Got Talent competition this year. So how are you going today, Matt?
Very good, thank you.
That's good. Now, what exactly are you going to be providing as a prize for Hazzy School Got Talent?
Well, basically whoever gets the prize gets to come into the studio and record their song that they've been performing, and basically we take it all into the computer, mix it, master it, and come out with a CD for them to take home and play to their family and their friends and show off and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so cool. And then that amazing song that you create will get played on More FM as well, as you guys know. So what sort of goes into the whole process, like for you? Like what exactly do you do here at Soul Studios?
Well, a lot of it, particularly when it comes to vocal performances, is kind of bringing people out of their shell a little bit. So getting them to do warm-up exercises and kind of getting them to feel comfortable with being ridiculous, doing this la 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 and shaking their heads and things like this, just so that their voice comes across more pristinely.
Yeah.
And record them, and then if there's other instruments as well, record those and get them all in there. And then after that, it's just a matter of taking all those different strands and kind of weaving them together, making sure that they sound good together and that it all sounds, you know, how you would expect something to sound if it was on the radio or TV or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thick of it, really.
Wow, so cool. And so what sort of kind of bands or artists do you get to record?
I've had all sorts here. I've had, let's see, I've had covers bands, rock bands, I've had some pop people, I've even had some samba. I don't know if you've heard a lot of samba music, but I actually had, there's a kids Brazilian soccer team, and I don't know if you know much about Brazilian soccer, but they always play to music.
Wow.
So they were coming in and recording songs to play soccer to. I've had some, you know, harder rock stuff, even some opera, classical stuff. So all across the thing. Probably the weirdest thing I've done was deer noises. So I got a guy in who was recording noises of deer, particularly the noises that deer make at night,
Yeah.
and getting me to remove the background noise so that he could hear more clearly what those deer were saying to each other.
That
It's
is
very strange.
extremely strange,
Yeah.
but it must be really interesting getting to do
It's
your
fun.
job.
Yeah, you get lots and lots of different weird stuff. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
So cool. Well, we are going to do a bit of recording now, so let's go and check out the process now. Well, it was really cool getting to see the whole process of things and how kind of it all works on the computers and things. Nice performance as well, Steve. How long have you been playing bass for?
Oh, I don't know. It'll be 5 years now, I guess.
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah.
Longer than that. 6,
Yeah.
7, I'd say. Yeah.
Cool. And so have you ever recorded with Matt before?
No, actually, this is the first time I've ever been in a studio, so it's actually kind of a cool experience.
Very exciting. So how did you find it? Even though it was only like a really short recording, how did you find it? Were you nervous or anything?
Yeah, a bit nervous, you know, it's the first time doing something on television, so as it goes. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Cool.
did well.
Yeah, that's cool. So did a lot of people come in really nervous when you record them?
Yeah, I mean, some people kind of come in with they're kind of wanting to be a rock star or anything just because they're nervous, and it kind of gives them a shield. But yeah, people kind of calm down after a while and just kind of relax into it and whatnot. And yeah, it's good.
So what do you have to do to kind of make people feel relaxed?
I found that cups of tea are very effective. If you offer somebody a cup of tea or coffee, they're kind of, all right, I'm in home, it's okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's really just, particularly for singers, if you can get people to be silly and to feel comfortable with being silly, and if you be silly yourself, then it just kind of takes that edge of professionalism off, and they kind of go, okay, I can kind of move now,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So
I love
yeah.
that. Hopefully we'll see more of that when we come back to
Oh,
record.
There's singers for sure.
Yeah,
We'll definitely
definitely.
sing some of that.
So finally, if any of our viewers would like to get into recording or mixing
Yeah.
one day, what do you think is like the best pathway to get into it?
Honestly, just start doing it. Like, start small, start with a budget computer, some budget microphones, and get really good at making bad stuff sound good. Because that's where you develop the most skill. Is not from having, you know, a big studio, not from having these big mics, but actually learning how to take something that doesn't sound so good initially and just work on it until you get it sounding good. Aside from that, I mean, obviously there's various schools you can go to.
Yeah.
Wintech, whatever, but ultimately it's going to be down to you just doing it time and time again and just getting your ears good at hearing what they need to hear.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. I like it. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
chatting
no
to us,
problem.
Matt. Thank you for your performance, Steve.
Yeah.
And we will be, Steve, and we'll be seeing you soon, I guess, next
Yeah.
term once our winner has been announced for Has Your School Got Talent and they head along to record with you.
Cool.
Cool.
Look forward to it. Cheers.